Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Now, to me, this is pretty good news. Rob Goldberg today reported that the Las Vegas Raiders and Josh McDaniels are expected to want a veteran quarterback over a rookie in 2023. And to me, this is music to my ears. I'm trying to keep a pretty open mind to whatever the Las Vegas Raiders decide to do at the quarterback position. We have the 7th pick in the draft. Personally, I would love to go defense. We know this defense ever since Derek Carr got drafted, all the way since 2014, the Raiders defense has been worse than average. They haven't been average. They've been worse than average. So I've focused my videos on the last several days for more defensive-minded players to target either via trade or free agency. So I'm not opposed one bit to getting a quarterback, in the later rounds to kind of, set up a possible future long-term quarterback. But right now, and this is something I feel like a lot of Raiders fans have also been preaching, when you have the best wide receiver in the National Football League in Devontae Adams, hopefully Josh Jacobs come back, who just had career season, probably was the running back of the year in the National Football League in general. You still have Hunter Renfrow. You still have Darren Waller. Hopefully those guys are good to go for more than 10 games this upcoming season. You have so many threats on the offensive side that I'm not necessarily opposed to getting a guy like CJ Stroud. I understand that, Ohio State quarterbacks per se have not had the best careers in the NFL, right? But 6-11, having the 26th worst defense in the league, sitting at 6-11, I'm all for a defense of a guy at 7. But if the Raiders decide to go with CJ Stroud, who just declared for the NFL draft, personally, I think I like the Justin Herbert comparisons as far as, playing within a system and then they let him go in his final game in his collegiate career. I think CJ Stroud's going to be a stud. I think he's absolutely going to be a beast. But, when we take a look at Derek Carr's season this year, it was below satisfactory. It's not going to get the job done. It's not going to win you playoff games, something he's never done in his NFL career. I'm ready to move on. And I still think that Derek Carr does end up getting traded because when you really break it down, they have about a little under a month to trade him. If he doesn't get traded, he's not guaranteed his $30+ million. And at 32 years old, with a regressed season where you threw 14 interceptions and just 3,500 yards, I think Derek Carr would like the money. Right? Who isn't going to want the money at 32? So I'm still optimistic they're going to be able to get something, work something out. Basically, the 3 big names as far as a veteran quarterback goes that's swirling around in Raider rumor world are Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, and the Baltimore Ravens pretty much doubled down on Lamar Jackson coming back today. It's going to take an arm and a leg to get Lamar, so I'm fine with not getting him. I understand the argument for wanting to compete with guys like Patrick Mahomes, but at the end of the day, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, I get Tom Brady didn't have the greatest season, and I understand Aaron Rodgers didn't have the greatest season. Tom Brady dealt with a below-average, non-satisfactory offensive line all season. Aaron Rodgers was dealing with a bunch of injuries. Wide receiver 1 is, I guess, Allen Lazard, and Allen Lazard is not a wide receiver 1 on a championship football team, so at the end of the day, I get the age especially poses some concerns. It poses some possible problems. I get that, Raiders fans, OG Raiders fans do not want Tom Brady in a Raider uniform. But at the end of the day, to me, the way I see it, both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, Rodgers 2 years ago won MVP. Tom Brady 2 years ago came in second in MVP. They both give, statistics aside, they both give the Raiders, to me, a better chance of winning a Super Bowl, of making a playoff run, of improving this team than Derek Carr. And I'm sorry, I really, it's not a great thing to say to Derek Carr, but he had plenty of opportunities. He had plenty of years. I get it, maybe he didn't have the best luck at the draw, specifically talking about the defense in his tenure with Las Vegas, but at the end of the day, winners win, and he never won us a playoff game. So I'm definitely open to a veteran. I'm open to Brady. I'm open to Rodgers. I'm even open to Lamar, I suppose. I'm open to CJ Stroud. But to me, it was kind of reassuring that Josh McDaniels is expected to want a veteran quarterback over a rookie in 2023. I have a hard time imagining it's going to be a guy like Jarrett Stidham. He's going to be a free agent, I anticipate, regardless of if he's starting or backup or third string or whatever the case may be. I have a hard time believing Jarrett Stidham won't be a Raider next year just because of that. That chemistry, I guess you could say, with Josh McDaniels in his previous tenure with the New England Patriots. It's why they traded for him. But, Tom, Jimmy Garoppolo, forgot to mention Jimmy G. Jimmy G didn't have a bad year. He got injured, and I know the Niners season didn't start good. They started the season 3-4, but Jimmy G isn't the worst. It's not ideal, though. It's definitely not ideal. So, and we made a video on Mac Jones, who, I get it, it's not ideal necessarily, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So let me know what you guys are thinking down below. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Raiders content, but drop some comments, and I'll see you guys later.